Let's see if this is going to be an interesting match. I hope it's not going to be too dominated with control magic, since Jelle's deck is pretty weak to that. But he can also... Why is my wrecking ball so quiet? Apparently my soundboard is really quiet all of a sudden. But maybe it's better for you guys. Looks like it's better for you guys. Okay. Whatever. The match has started. Let's focus on the things that are important. Cogwork combo against the Scarab God. That is Glint Bird, Glint Nest Crane. There we go. Finds a candle. There's going to be a lot of cards that I need to look up though. A blood tallow candle. There we go. So very artifact based deck. A lot of people have compared it to the combo deck that you have in standard with the paradoxical outcomes, but it's a very, very different deck from that one. Plays Fountain of Renewal, Karn, Whim of Invention, and Either Sphere Harvester as its rares. So a bit of a mix between enablers and payoff cards. Another Glint Nest. Finds an explosive apparatus. Apparently is struggling with finding lands here. Discards the explosive apparatus. It's unfortunate. Again, that Gifted Etherborn will be allowed to put pressure as Ian comes in. Not really sure why the double block is there, but I guess it doesn't matter. Second Gifted Etherborn for Ian. We'll be getting to play a lot of pressure as we get another Glint Nest Crane. Fortunately, there's no artifact lands to find, but we have a Cogworkers Assembler. Cogwork Assembler. Yeah. Oh, and this is an assembly worker, so you can look for it with self-assembler. Right? Yeah. Oh, that's funny. Kind of missed an interaction there. That would have been an interesting deck, because with the self-replicator it gives you an engine as well. Eldest Reborn for Ian, as Jelle is finally digging himself out of this ditch. The Power Stone Shard number 1 has hit the board for him, so he can start developing. He already has the Cogwork Assembler, but he needs more mana to actually get going. I see a Trophy Mage hiding as he discards the Cogwork Assembler to the Eldest Reborn. Still under a lot of pressure. Has 3 more turns to find a win. I see the Whir of Invention and a Trophy Mage. Yeah, a Trophy Mage. To get another stone, I presume, but it gets Essence Scattered. By Ian. who keeps a very firm grip on. So Eldest Reborn brings back a Dusk Legion Zealot. Bit of an unfortunate target, but grinding out even more card advantage. Jelle just maintaining a safe life total. Next turn he'll probably want to block, because you don't want to risk that Ian has drawn into removal. So Reverse Engineer coming up, I think. Beautiful art. Yes, Reverse Engineer. But Ian has the negate for that. Has a lot more control elements main deck than a lot of the other people have, which is mostly attributed to the fact that he's only playing 2 colors. You give up some flexibility and you get some stability in exchange. Excuse me. Bit of product placement for a possible new sponsor. You never know. If anyone works for Lipton, sponsors always welcome. Apparently we're streaming at 6.2 kilobytes per second, which I don't think I'm supposed to do. I hope that isn't causing issues for people at home that have trouble with the bandwidth. Maybe I should look at lowering the bandwidth there. No idea how to do that though. Okay, sideboarding. For Jelle we have 3 Essence Scatter, 3 Negates, 2 Sailor of Means, 3 Bastion Inventors, 2 Blink of an Eye, and 2 Fountain of Renewal. And I think we saw him looking at those Bastion Inventors and the Blink of an Eye. For Ian, we have a single Golden Demise, 2 Negate, 1 Unwind, 2 Moment of Craving, 2 Siren Lookout, 2 Duress, 3 Fungal Infection, 2 Divest. Yeah, he's definitely bringing in Duress and Negate. Just anything to break the combo. Maybe even the Divest. So still sideboarding. I always have a problem with figuring out what to take out of my deck. It's usually pretty clear what you want into your deck, but knowing what to take out isn't always that clear-cut, straightforward as it could be. Like I said, I think these players are on 2-1. I'm not 100% sure though. They'll have to win the next 2 rounds to be able to get into the top 8. 6 rounds in total. So the break is probably on... the break looks to be on X11. That's gonna be the annoying point. 4-1-1. Though if there's people going for 4-0-2, that might change the math. And we're off to the races. Both players keeping opening 7, and we have a Renegade map for Jelle. Looks like he won't have the mana problems that he had last game. Yep, there's the divest. It's pretty bad news for Jelle here. Oh, but it has the metallic rebuke. And gets a power stone, a shard for his trouble. So developing a lot better than last time. Gifted Etherborn for Ian, but that opens him up to, well, that gives Jelle a window, since there are no 1 mana counter spells that stop artifact. There's no null, we only have spell pierce in the format that you need to take into account. And Jelle really doesn't care about his life total until he is actually dead. I didn't see what he revealed there while revealing his hand. So at this point, you people in the chat have more information than I do. He didn't hit anything, so I expect it's always only land. And a blood tallow candle? No, that would have been discarded. Blood tallow candle can get activated next turn. Jelle chose... I think Jelle chose not to crack the renegade map there, even though I don't think he has any reason to, besides tapping it to pay for some improvised spells. Trophy Mage gets Essence Scattered. And the Metallic Rebuke again stops it for Jelle. And now we're getting dangerously close to being able to go off if Jelle makes a few copies during his opponent's end step, so they stay around during his turn, and then he can make even more copies. And Ian now knows he needs to put pressure. Chupacabra to get rid of the Cogwork Assembler is a good start. There's the second one, so that means they each tap for 2 mana now. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana at his disposal currently. Has the mana to activate the Blood Tallow Candle as well. And will be able to trade that Trophy Mage for a Chupacabra. Yep. Chooses not to use his candle on the mage while there's open mana. Smart choice, since there is supernatural stamina that would counter it. I think he'll use it here to get rid of the Gifted Etherborn. Yep. Get out of here. Liliana Death's Majesty is there though, which poses quite a threat and a clock on her own. So attacks for 4 and then for 6, so this is a 2-turn clock for Ian. Jelle so kind to offer up. Alright, and that was the match already.